Hello and welcome to the lesson number 4. So far we have learned a lot, right? We have learned the harmonial orders, the extended versions, and now we know how to use which scale over which chords. But there is plenty of more there in music, plenty of more what people have found out. Some logics and characteristics that I'm going to teach you in the next 2 lessons. Okay? So I guess you would like to stay with me and finish it. This lesson will be about the blues circle and stuff like that. I know many people don't like blues or don't want to play blues, but it's very important to know how to play blues if you want to know more about music theory, because all the modern music today, from rock to pop music, from metal to punk, from I don't know, R&B, modern R&B, reggae music, funky, it's all based on blues, really. Even jazz, it's all based on blues because it was the first music that came in United States that was not the classical arts, okay? So, what's with the blues? We have E here, E here, E here, okay? We're going to be in the key of E now. Because blues is mostly in key of E or A, or those simple keys, because it's tuned that way because guitar is naturally tuned to E. And it's a lot easier to play in E than in, let's say, C on guitar, because you have to use barré. So let's learn the E blues, because if you're a pianist playing with the guitarist, you're going to catch the E. Okay, what this is E major 7. Just not major, sorry, this is E major 7. It's an E7 chord. E7. Okay, and it's a major chord with a dominant 7, or as it means, the flattened 7, right? This is E major scale. So this is the 7th note, E flat. But when we flat the E flat, we have D, so E, G sharp, B, D is E7 chord. Same thing is with this chord, A7, okay? It's A, C sharp, E, G, okay? The next chord here is B7, okay? So it's B, D sharp, F sharp, A, okay? E7, A7, and B7. Those 3 chords you're going to need to learn the blues, okay? So first I'm going to play the blues circle, and then I will explain what it is about in this lesson. Blues circle is something, some musical lick that goes in the circle, okay? Once you have finished one circle, you play the next one too. So we know about the blues that we have like a melody or something. Okay, this is a blues scale, okay? So let's think about any melody, any type of melody, okay? Okay, so with the blues, the thing is, when you play the first 4 bars, you play the melody. Okay? And later, you repeat it again the same. Okay? And then you have the third or second part, because we have the first part, we repeat it, and then we have this part, which is different. And we have the finish. Okay. So how it works? It works in 12 bars, you know, which means it's like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It goes 12 times like this. First we have E7, then A7, then B. Okay, now let's try to pick it up. E7, A7, So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So just let me try to do solo that you get this finally forever, right? Okay, so what is the thing here? Why I teach you this is because here, see that you can use E blues scale, which is minor scale, you know? Remember that blues scales are derived from the minor scales. So we play minor scale over major chords, because seventh chords are, you know, made out of major part, and it has a little bit of minor here, but it's a major chord, okay? So you can use as well this scale, this E blues scale, if you would play minor blues circle, like E minor 7, okay, A minor 7, and B minor 7, okay, E minor 7 is E, G, B, D, A minor 7 is A, C, E, G, and B minor 7 is B, D, F sharp, and A. Sure, now let's try it. You dig it, you dig the sound. Now you know that you can apply this scale both on minor and major chords. Okay, but what do you get this useful for? For example, now this is very fine part of the lessons, okay? We have E minor chord here. We have G major chord here, okay? We know that both of those chords are inside of E minor scale, E minor harmonial order, right? Which means that we can play E blues scale over those chords. Okay? But now that we know that we can both use this blues scale on major and minor chords, we can play A major chord here. Okay? A major chord is not the part of E minor scale because it has C sharp, and E minor scale has only C, you see. But we can play the E blues scale because we know that blues scale fit even major chords. Okay, so let's try it. E minor, G major, A major. Of course, when you solo, you can always use not just the scale, but you can also use the knowledge of which tones is which chord made of. Like when I play E minor, I use blues scale, G major, but now I'm on A major, I can use the C sharp as well, okay? Okay? That's how you can extend any scale. In the theory, you can use any of the 12 tones, just as you know how to use them. Like, if some tone is not in the scale, like F tone is not in E minor scale. No, wrong, okay? But if you play this, okay, if you play it as just as a transisting decoration, then it makes much more sense. Okay, or that's how you can do it any tone. Or you just, you know, this is E minor. See, this is major tone. But if you play it fast and just as decoration, then it might sound just right. This is something that has to do with Hendrix chord, famous one. It's when you play major and minor at the same time. Okay, it's what you have in Boogie Boogie in the bass line. Okay, you understand. So definitely, this is very good thing now. Now we can practice this on many examples. For example, you don't even have to play the chords. You can only imagine the chord. Okay? So I can play E minor, G major, A major. Okay? But I can as well play just E, D, C sharp. Why? Because E represents E minor, D represents G major, because G major is made out of G, B, D, G, B, D, and C sharp represents A major. Okay? So we can just imagine that I play E minor, G major, and A major now. Try solo, okay? This is a nice trick when you play these three tones. Okay, this is Dorsish style, or you know. So I play E minor, A major, and this. Okay, just the combination of the tones from the scale. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, we just imagine the chords. So as long as we are playing only the tones which are made out of the chords, as we know which are those and know which scale we can use, we have total freedom to go for it. Or like, let's take a look at these. What this is? It's a song Hey Joe, but it is as well the circle of the fifths. It means I play C major. Now I play his fifth, it's G. I play G major. Now I play D major, because fifth of the G is D. After D I play A major, and the fifth of the A is E, so I play E major. So it's C major, G, D, A, E. What is specific about the circle of fifths that I can... What is specific about the circle of the fifths is that the blues scale fits in all those chords. Okay? Sorry. C, G, D, A, E. Let's see how they fit. Okay, so this is the E blues scale. Okay, so what is this? Since blues scale is a minor scale, and here we have E minor scale, here we have C major chord. E, G, C, C, E, G. All the tones are the part of the E minor scale. Now we have G major chord. Exactly the same thing. G major is parallel to E minor tonality. Now we have D major chord. D, F sharp, A. Okay, F sharp, A, D. So we have all the tones that are, all the tones of the D major chord are in the E minor scale. And now at last we have A major. Okay, it is not a part of the E minor scale, but we can play blues scale over A major. Because, as we learned on the blues circle, no matter it's just a 7th chord or major chord, you can play the minor scale, right? That's why this scale is so specific. And on the end, we have E major, okay? C, G, D, A, E. And we know that on E major we too can play the E minor blues scale. Excellent. So now you have a lot to practice, a lot to learn, a lot new tonalities. Like, let's see, for example, C, 7 chord, F7, and G7, C blues scale. Okay, so each tonality has its own shapes, its own forms. Okay, I'm going to show you this lick. It's so fun. You play C here, and you play C here. And then, as you follow the C blues scale, C, D sharp, F, F sharp, G. And you can use B as well later now. But you add the E as well. It's from the C major. It's this. But with this. See? Play together this and this, then this, then this. Okay? It's a lot of fun blues lick. So this is C blues. What I did on the G here, as you can see, this is G7 chord. When I was here, I didn't play any note of the C blues scale, but I played tone B, because it's the 3rd tone of the G major chord, or G7 chord. So you don't have to hold on to the scale. You can use all your knowledge, all the major, minor scales and blues scales you have learned, and any other new scales that you will learn maybe. So let me try to show you another fun and fine scale. It's called harmonic minor. Okay, it sounds Arabic. Okay, why it's called harmonic minor? It starts as a minor scale. Okay, from 1 to 2 we have 1 whole, from 2 to 3 we have half, from 3 to 4 we have 1 whole, 4 to 5 1 whole, 5 to 6 1 half, just a simple minor scale. But after the 6 we have half, half and half, 1 and a half. Okay, from F to G sharp. And we have A again, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's a combination of a major scale, the major scale ends like that. So it's minor until here and then major end. Okay, why is this scale fun? Because let's take a look about some songs and chords. For example, this is the big hit song, Hit the Road Jack. Okay, what it is about? This is A minor chord, G major chord, F major chord, and E major chord. Okay? A minor, G, F, E. Okay, what it is about here? Now, if you're going to try to find a scale for these chords, okay? When you are using A minor chord, of course, we can use A minor tonality, okay? So we can use A minor blues scale or pentatonic or just minor scale. When we use G major chord here, we are still in the A minor tonality because G, B and D are all the parts of the A minor scale. When we use the F chord, we are still in the A minor, right? Still in all the white keys, F, A, C. But when we play E, this G here is not supposed to fit because we changed the tonality here. Alright, now we changed the tonality. It's not A minor no more. What this is now, when we play all these chords together and put them together and let's find tonality. We are in A minor now. We are in A minor now. We are in A minor now. But right now we are in A harmonic minor. Because we play E, G sharp and the B, which are only the part of A harmonic minor because there is no G in A harmonic and there is no G sharp in A minor natural. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, excellent. But as we know, what Ray Charles did here is not this Arabic sound like scale. He played the blues scale because you can play a blues scale on any A minor harmonic other chords, plus you can play it on E major too, because why? A blues circle is A7, D7 and E7. And as we know, no matter if you play major or minor chords in blues circle, we always play the blues scale, the minor scale, which is the beautiful thing, right? So, what I want you to try to do in practice are these stuff which I've been doing. So, you take your left hand, you position your fingers, you hold the chord. Okay? I play it like this. So I play ring, index, thumb. But some people play ring, middle, index. As you like, as you prefer, just as you feel. I feel it like this. Okay. And just start technically using your knowledge, okay? You know, like a robot if you need for a start, okay? Like. Okay? Something you have learned. You can imagine some melody or some outcome of your musical theoretic knowledge for now, okay? So you can figure out something, like if I play A minor, I can play it on A, if I play G major, I can play B, if I play F, I can play C, and if I play E, I can play A here. Just go up. One more show you which tones are played, but you play it like this. Okay, just hold your hand like this and do as much as you can. So you should try to practice your fingers like this. Just playing scales, up and down, on the whole scales. Of course. Any scales. Okay, just practicing. Okay, and later I will teach you much more scales. But for now, it's best to just continue on practicing and to focus on practicing and bringing both hands in, and to feel that moment when you start to divide your brain into two parts. Then you have two brains, let's say. The one is following the left side and the other one the right side. Okay, so what is the thing with practicing and with learning new songs is, first, you do this left part, if you are right-handed, right? The most mechanical you can. Just let it into your hand, okay? You shouldn't even know you are playing it. You should focus just on the right hand, if you are doing the solo with the right hand, and to apply the knowledge you have. And if you're improvising, you shouldn't forget the imagination, okay? You try to hear the melody in your head and then really produce it. But remember, this left hand has to be practiced like a machine, you know? To give for the right hand in solo the freedom of the human soul. After long years, as many masters in this world, you can unleash your both hands. But for the start, is the left one that's going to have to be mechanical for a while. Okay, so you learned many fun and new things and many informations here in this video. It's already the fourth lesson, so there is a whole lot to process. And this is more or less all covered, the main parts of all the musical theory that you should know in order to start to practice on your own, play on your own. So if you have the will to learn, you will learn. If you have the love for the music and love to play, with this knowledge you gained in these 4 lessons, 4 videos, you can start. You now know what to do and what should you do for the start. So the best thing to apply this knowledge and to learn music is to just pick a song that you like, choose one song and go with it. Just take a look at the chords, find the tonality, and it's good to practice. So if there's 12 tonalities, for a start it's good to learn at least 12 songs from different tonalities, or at least one song you like in all different tonalities. For example, if you know the song No Woman No Cry, so it's C major, G major, but I just reverses it here, okay, B, D, G, G, B, D, G major, A minor and F major. So what does it mean to change tonality or transpose the song? Let's say you want to play the song from D major, okay? Or from any other tonality, it works the same. You just lift up. What was C now becomes D, right? So if it was C major, now it becomes D major. If it was G, now it becomes A major. If it was A minor, now it becomes B minor. If it was F major, now it becomes G major. Okay, so it's D, A, B minor, G major. It means tonality change. So it's good to, at least, if you like just one song, learn it in 12 tonalities for your future songs, if you will like some in future, like to play. But it's the best to learn 12 different songs in different styles, different tonalities, and then you see which one you fit, which one you like, where you do it the best, and where you lack of self-confidence or just practice. Okay, thank you for watching these long lessons, and there's fifth one coming up, which is about a lot of more fun stuff that you will see.